And the question is, has all this innovative, convenience-driven technology made your level of presence and fulfillment, I have them almost as synonyms, has it increased or decreased your level of presence and fulfillment? That's the important question to be asking here. And the reason it's the important question is because I don't see life necessarily as reactively as what I used to, just kind of getting pinballed around and going with the flow of everything and just allowing myself to go through the paces in whichever way. I've been spending the last 7 or so years cultivating deep self-awareness so that I actually have a greater capacity to have free will and a greater capacity for presence, because I actually want to live my most fulfilled life. And this is the baseline premise that this whole episode is centered on, and that is the purpose of life is fulfillment, the quality of our experience. And that doesn't mean have dramatized, intense joy, bliss, always be having the most entertaining time ever. Because there's a very big difference between what I'm just going to categorize as happiness and what I'm going to put in the category of fulfillment. Happiness can be, I can feel happy when I'm eating a chocolate bar. Gives me some joy. Woo, happy, boom. Yeah, happiness, exciting. Seeing a funny dog video on social media. Whew, gives me some happiness. I might even laugh out loud. That's happiness. But happiness, in my understanding and experience, my theoretical understanding of the way the universe works and life works, but also my experiential understanding, is that those hits of satiating happiness that are more gratifying in the short term is very, very different to the sustainable, deeply fulfilling level of satisfaction that can come from presence and alignment in the way that we're approaching our life. So someone could be given $10,000 to go on a shopping spree on a day, and they could be in the shops buying all these clothes, buying all this new stuff, going to these fancy restaurants, and they're, hit of happiness, hit of happiness, hit of happiness. And they could feel really satiated. And then someone else could be given zero money and just spend a day with, I'm going to say, 2 steaks, 3 pieces of fruit. You know what? Just 2 steaks, a fire. They get 2 raw steaks, a fire, 3 pieces of fruit. Costs them a total of $15. And they're out there in nature, not really too much satiating happiness. But from my experience, that creates a really meaningful and sustainably satisfying experience. That's fulfillment, not happiness. And so that's what I'm setting as the baseline premise of this episode, that the purpose of life, the way to have the best life, in my opinion, is to live a life of deep meaning, presence, and fulfillment. And that is, it's really backed, in my opinion, it's wholesome. A fulfilling life is a wholesome life. Whole, where you're feeling whole in who you are. Holy, when you're connected to a sense of sacredness, which means that there's intention. Sacredness to me means intention and special. So I'm going to do things that make things feel special, and I'm going to be intentional with the things that I do. That makes it sacred. If I eat a meal and just smash it down, cool, I just ate a meal. If I eat a meal and it's a celebration meal where I'm really honoring, it's a meal that I'm having with a friend just to honor our friendship, I've created more intention around the meal, and it's more of a special meal. So I'd say that's a sacred meal. Not just eating the food for sustenance, but actually making it sacred, making it special. And so wholesome, whole, holy, and wholesome. That's fulfillment. Feeling a sense of fullness. I'm feeling full, so I don't have to desperately grasp and try to give myself all these little pockets of happiness. Need to get on the phone, need to scroll, need to get some emotional food to plug the anxiety that's in my system. And oh my gosh, I've had such a stressful day. Give me the chocolate. Oh my gosh, I need to watch that Netflix and decompress. This is like, I need a little pocket of happiness, pocket of happiness, pocket of happiness to try to plug feeling not whole, feeling empty, feeling lonely, feeling stressed and anxious. That's not fulfilling. Yeah. So this is an important pre-frame for this episode, because it's everything that I'm going to talk about to do with AI is going to be contingent on the premise that fulfillment is going to lead to a more meaningful life filled with less regret, more fulfillment, having a better quality experience that is one that you get to the end of your life and feel a lot more satiated with. And then happiness is short-term gratification. And so very, very important premise.